Hey, hello everyone. Hey, golly, we are really rolling with the wealth management part of my training. When we talk about wealth management, we want to talk about how to protect some of your assets that you've acquired. And so this training is going to be on insurance review. I'd like to talk about acquiring wealth, multiplying your wealth, keeping wealth, protecting your wealth. Okay, so insurance review kind of fits the category of protecting the wealth. So, it does no good to go out and try to accumulate and make money and gather assets, but not think about the other portion of, hey man, how do we, multiply? How do we keep that wealth? And then how do we pass that wealth down? So we're going to go over some insurance review. And basically, this information that you provide will create a tailored insurance plan review that aligns with your needs and protects your investments effectively. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get right into my AI. This is AI-driven wealth building, AI-driven real estate investment, and I think it's phenomenal. This technology, and I think it's amazing. I think it's going to really, really help out a lot of investors better understand and help them accomplish their goals simply because you're getting answers to questions that you may not know. You're getting answers that really could change your family dynamic. I can't begin to tell you guys, please take my word for it. Please take my word for it. And again, I'd like to work with you so I can help you develop your own AI. That way it speaks to you in your existence. This AI that I've built, I loaded it with all kinds of data and information about me personally so that I can ask questions and it will give me answers directly. And it will create content for me and it will speak from, my frame of thinking. So let's go ahead and get it started. Going to share my screen. And all right, here we go. I'm interested in insurance review planning. What information do you need from me to get started? Again, I'm giving you the prompts. These are prompt engineering. It's called prompt engineering. Questions you ask AI. And if you're following me, I'm already giving you prompts that you can use. See, when I built my I had to go in to validate that it was from my voice, the way I think, um, to make sure that it didn't have any information that wouldn't work. So in essence, what I had to do was test it. I had to test it and test it. And I tested it by asking all these questions. So in essence, it's going to go in and things I don't discuss, it will go out and scrape, this information from out in the internet, from out in the world, like all the other AIs do. But you're going to see as I move forward, when I start getting into my methodologies of real estate, oh my gosh, you're going to see this thing really give some answers that will blow your mind that won't be like from other AIs and it won't be generic. One of the things I'm really, really proud of is that I create content and I could put my name, my information, and then maybe if I'm writing a contract, someone else's name and information, it'll spit out the contract from start to finish. Now, again, you always want to double check. Okay. I want to double check those contracts. You want to double check anything you do. Whenever you're doing any analysis, numbers, or real estate, you got to validate it. So, in essence, I would need to teach you as a real estate investor my philosophy. I will teach you how to make your own AI. And when you ask that AI questions about KPIs, key performance indicators, and offers and negotiation scripts and techniques, you'll understand what the answer is. So you'll always have to check AI because it's not perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. So what information do you need to get started? You would need your current insurance policies, details of existing insurance coverage, including property insurance, liability insurance, and any other relevant policies. Coverage limits, premium costs. Now, I'm not an expert on insurance. I really am not. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably a 0 on insurance. But I don't have to be an expert because whatever information I need, I can go right into AI and ask. Okay. Premium costs, and if we cover that, deductible amounts for each policy, which are the out-of-pocket costs you must pay before insurance kicks in. The property details covered under your insurance, including the value, location, and condition. The risk factors, any specifics associated with the property, such as flood zones, high crime areas, or frequent repairs. Claim history. Hey, details of any past insurance claims you made, including the type of claim, pay amount, and resolution. Future goals. What's your objectives for your insurance plan, such as reducing premiums, increasing coverage, or protecting new investments? You know, and again, this is what's neat about AI. It gives you the information that you must think about, right? This is so neat, okay? And then once I have the information, then I can go back and put it in the AI, and then bam, it starts working on a customized plan, especially for me or you, okay? You got any additional coverage that you need? Any areas where you feel your current insurance may be lacking, such as coverage for natural disasters, tenant-related issues, or business interruptions. Policy renewal dates, the expiration dates of your current policies to ensure timely reviews and adjustments. Providing this information will help create a tailored insurance review plan that aligns with your needs and protects your investments. All right, so you know what I'm going to do next. Yeah, you got to give me a hypothetical case study. You know, I like to see something that I can model that gives me an idea how to get started. Because see, if I've got to start with a blank screen, it's going to take me longer to get the process started. You know, it's going to be delayed. Procrastination happens. Life happens. Murphy laws happen. And then I never get around to it. But okay, hey, let's take a look here. Hypothetical case study. This is a comprehensive insurance review planning for a real estate investor. All right, I love it. Real estate driven AI. That's what this is right here. AI driven real estate. Okay. So give me a hypothetical case study. Can you do that with a book? I mean, you went to a seminar and the instructor's teaching, and you're in the room with who knows how many people. Hey, you know what? Can you give me a hypothetical case study of what you're doing? Hey, my name is Terry. I need a hypothetical case study. Could you pull it up on the board so I can relate that to what you're talking about? Ah, good luck. You're going to get kicked out, right? How about you on a webinar? Now, again, I'm not downplaying this again because I've taught seminars. Okay, I've done webinars, and they were useful at that point. But here we are, 2025. AI, oh my gosh. AI is the new hustle, you guys. AI is your access to wealth. Come on, trust me, jump on. And I'll tell you what, when you get it figured out, you will call me and thank me personally for getting you started. This AI is a whole different level. So I can see why there's a lot of excitement about it, right? All right, so we got Sarah Johnson to be exact. She's got 4 rental properties and 1 commercial property. I love it. You may have no rental properties and no commercial property. You may have 100. You may have 100 commercial properties, 100 residential units. It don't matter. Guess what? AI works. AI works for everybody. And here's another thing that really, really excites me about this. Some people, some investors don't have the capital to hire someone to walk them through this step by step, right? Because it costs money, right? And let's say a lawyer. My lawyer charges about $450 an hour for that lawyer to consult. What if I can go into AI and get most of the information before I even get to my lawyer? So I don't have to spend 1 hour with my lawyer because I've already brushed up on my facts. I already know where I'm going. And all I do is present to the lawyer and say, hey, this is it right here. Give me some advice. And you're out $450. Well worth it. But now let's say you don't have an idea of the subject. And you go into your lawyer's office, they just start talking and talking and talking. Next thing you know, you're in there 4 or 5 hours and you're still confused, right? So access, AI is access to wealth. All right, insurance goals: reduce premiums, ensure adequate coverage for liability and property damage, and average coverage for natural disasters. Risk tolerance levels moderate. That's nothing exceptional. That's nothing no one else like you or me would ask. Current insurance assessment, existing policies, rental property A, okay, it gives the premium, deductible, and coverage limit. Rental property B, the same thing. Rental property C, pretty much the same. It's just different information, right? And you got rental property D, and you got the commercial property. Commercial property coverage. Property damage, liability, and business interruption. Premium is $3,500 a year. Deductible $5,000. Coverage limit is a minimum, let's see, $1 million. Identify the gaps in the risk. Key observation: rental property B and D. You see the recommendation that AI gives? Lack of coverage for loss of rental income, which could result in a financial strain during tenant vacancy or property repairs. Wow, that's like a red flag. You need to know that. Be aware of it. Oh, maybe if you didn't. Oh, wow. Thanks, AI. Thanks, Sherry. This AI-driven real estate investing and wealth building, man, is phenomenal. Man, I'm doing it from the comfort of my own home, getting smarter, getting wealthier, improving my life. Woo, I'm as happy as you are, Terry. Flood risk. Only rental property C flood insurance has flood insurance. The rental property A is located in a flood-prone zone. Business interruption coverage is adequate, but liability coverage may be needed to increase due to high foot traffic. Premium costs. Recommendation adjustments. Actions taken. Rental property B and D, added coverage for loss of rental income to protect against tenant vacancies or extended repair periods. Flood insurance, added flood insurance for rental property A to mitigate risk associated with its location. The commercial property, increase the liability coverage to $1.5 million to account for high foot traffic and potential legal claims. Woo! Right? Talk about talking to lawyer. There we go. Legal claim. Wow. All right. Premium optimization. Bundled all the rental property policies with the same insurer. Sure, a 15% discount on the premiums. Increase deductible slightly for rental property C. Commercial property, lower premiums. Results after the adjustments. Updated policies. Rental property A, rental property B, and rental property C. Rental property D, and the commercial property. Let's talk about the lessons learned. Bundle the policies. Bundle multiple policies with the same insurer can lead to significant premium discounts. Evaluate coverage needs regularly, assess coverage limits, and add necessary protections such as flood insurance and loss of rental income. Negotiate the premiums. Insurer may offer discounts for higher deductibles or bundled policies. Plan for risks. Identify location-specific risks, such as floods or high foot traffic, and adjust coverage accordingly. The next steps: schedule your annual review to assess coverage needs, monitor market trends to ensure coverage limits align with property values, explore additional coverage options such as earthquake insurance for properties in high-risk areas. Conclusion: this case study demonstrates how a comprehensive insurance review can optimize coverage, reduce premiums, and protect against risks. AI, I mean, again, I'm sorry, but AI just demonstrated how a comprehensive insurance review can optimize coverage, reduce premiums, and protects you against risk. Protects you against risk. Who does that, right? Now, insurance people, they do this all the time, but you got to become self-educated so that you can look out for yourself and you can come in there as an authority instead of someone that's just trying to buy something and someone sells you. Okay, I don't mind buying, right? But I want to buy what's in my best interest. I don't want to buy something that doesn't fit. All right. By identifying gaps, negotiating discounts, and adjusting coverage limits, Sarah Johnson was able to secure better protection for her portfolio while saving on costs. Regular reviews and proactive adjustments are key to maintaining effective insurance policy. Let me get 3 more questions. Can the chatbot provide historical market trends? What are the key features of the AI-driven infrastructure? How does the chatbot learn from interactions? As you interact with more, as you ask questions, the chatbot and the AI, it gets smarter. Now, that don't make any sense, right? All you're doing is writing and talking. My chatbot, all I'm doing is asking questions, but it actually gets smarter. Now, how it's done, I don't know. I'm not that smart, you guys, but I'll tell you what, I am impressed. And for me, one of the best things that ever happened was me getting involved with AI. The first thing that really worked good for me was me learning real estate. And not just learning real estate, but learning about the financial numbers, the analysis, wanting to go deeper and deeper and deeper instead of just making decisions on emotions. Okay. And guessing, when I started the note buying business, I had to be able to analyze a note to make sure it produced a profit. That's when I really became a great investor, okay? Because I'm very analytical, I'm very geeky. That's why I'm loving this AI, right? Um, the other thing of it is finding out about AI and putting it into action, using the AI infrastructure for my real estate investing, wealth building, and financial education has been incredible. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to moving on to the next video. I hope you guys are appreciating this. I hope at some point, if you're not using AI, you start using AI. But AI, for me, is about making my life better, improving my life, and it's about making me money. So how is AI going to make me make more money with my real estate investing business and building wealth and with financial education? That's what I'm an expert. I'm an expert. I'm a thought leader in the wealth development space. So I'm constantly trying to help people build some generational wealth. And in order to build wealth, we have to know how wealth is built. And the predominant way wealth is built in this country or any other country is by owning real estate, right? And I'm telling you right now, you guys, real estate is an equal opportunity wealth builder. AI is an equal opportunity wealth builder. It don't care. It don't discriminate. It don't care where you were born. It don't matter what community you live in. It don't matter nothing. It don't matter about your high school or whether you graduated from college, whether you have an MBA, whether you make $1 million a year, or whether you make $1 a year. It does not discriminate. It's an equal opportunity wealth builder. So if that can be done, I suggest you get involved. Give me a call at 916-470-3869. 916-470-3869. Give me a call so that you can get tied into real estate, get tied into wealth building, get tied into AI. Because AI is here. And you want to be able to have your own AI. That's a whole separate business I'm going to talk about, okay? Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you got a website, right, you need your own AI. If you got clients, you need your own AI. If you got content, you need your own AI. If you have a YouTube page, you need your own AI. Hey, when they first came out, people said, hey, look, smartphone, you need to have one, right? And everybody used to lay about, I don't need no smartphone. Guess what? Everybody's got a smartphone now. If you got a smartphone, you need AI. Trust me, don't resist it. Okay. And it's not that expensive. It's just getting the education on how to properly use the tool. And it will, I'm telling you guys, it will blow up. It will expand 20 times where you're at right now. Okay. Take the word for it. Give me a call. 916-470-3869. Terry Bontemps. Hey, have a great day. And I'll tell you what, I look forward to seeing you guys next video, because I'm going to be producing a lot of AI videos. I've got 400 videos on YouTube, right? Just on real estate. Man, I plan on having twice that amount for AI. I'm going to show you everything I'm doing with AI. I'm going to show you everything that's possible with AI. And by the time I'm finished, I hope you don't wait till I get to the end and say, you know what, hey, Terry Bond tips, man, I need some of this stuff you're showing me that AI can do. That's going to be, it ain't going to be too late. You'll just have to access me a different route. All right. I promise. Got to remind me of the preacher that has 15 closes before they let service out. I'll take another collection, take another collection. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I'm out.